think this may end up being the last ride for the 10 this year. Last real ride, anyway. Besides maybe running out to top it up with some fresh stabilized gas, that could very well be the only other thing it does this year. Today is just looking like another one of these freak warm days. Look at those leaves still hanging on. We've had some pretty good wind too, and we haven't lost them all yet. That's pretty impressive. That's part of the reason why going through Fundy today will be the best bet. Get a little bit of fall colors in. So Owen decided to take a ride to Sussex today. That kind of had me interested in getting out one more time with this thing. Tracy was taking our girl to play at the park this morning with a whole bunch of her daycare friends, so that's not too strenuous for her, and it's lots of fun for Bianca, so it's an opportunity for me to go do something else just for a little bit. Definitely got to be back before it gets too late though. Tonight is skating night. We don't want to miss that. She's been in a learn to skate program for the last couple months and she's really liking that. Except this past Wednesday, she randomly just got sad and got off the ice and said she didn't feel good and wanted to go home. And once we got home, I talked to her a little bit and I had a feeling that this may have been what happened, and I think it was. I think another little girl said something a little mean to her out on the ice. Possibly one of the new kids that was starting with the new class that night. She's a wild one and she's not scared of anything, but she's still pretty timid around older kids. So we had to talk about that. We said we're not going to let anyone else ruin our fun skating. So we'll get back to it tonight and have a better night, hopefully. But for now, we're going to try to get around some of this traffic and go riding. Alright, a quick breakfast snack break. Jeez, I might open up some more vents on this jacket. It's getting warm. There, maybe open the arm vents up like a third of the way. See how that goes. Damn, is that the time? 1:03? I'll have to motor along here. Maybe a quick stretch break at Wolf Lake or something like that. We'll, you know, make some time across the Shepherdie Road. I want to make it there in time to meet up with everyone, but I also want to go for a ride, right? What is with the brakes, man? Holy. Is rolling down a hill below the speed limit that frightening? The leaves just lightly falling. You got the big brown river right next to him. Always nice cresting the hill and seeing the mountains in the background. Watch out for the wet leaves, Hoss. The wet leaves are way worse than the clippings. Just about getting into the areas where you never know what you're going to get for weather. I'm quite certain it's going to be nice and sunny, obviously. I'm curious to see what the temperature will be like. Just like I said, we just ran through some spots where the road is still wet. The sun isn't even getting in here enough to dry out the morning dew. we had a really long stretch with no traffic. I'm only realizing it now that we're catching some more. Definitely don't want to stop right now in Alma because it looks like there isn't any traffic ahead of us. It would be just lovely to have the hill to ourselves. No time to stick around and play on it, but one good run. Quick ascent up the hill here. I can actually feel the pressure change in my head. If you could guarantee no more traffic will come around, you can sit there and play on that hill all day. That's fun. But it's not just traffic, it's also park dicks you gotta watch for. Quick break at Wolf Lake. Now we'll zip across Deputy Road here. I just had this random thought recently that riding sport bikes has really interfered with my ability to just enjoy riding a motorcycle. As strange as that sounds. Like, I don't know, I see people on cruisers just out running through here, and I mean, it's a nice road. They're probably enjoying, you know, all the fall colors and all that, but like, just to drive through here, it's fun, don't get me wrong, but that's not what we do. That's not typically what we do on motorcycles, on sport bikes especially. We tend to go find a road that's nice and twisty and have fun with it, you know? Like just rolling through this road at the speed limit, taking in the sights. Sure, it's nice, but it isn't fun, you know? Fun is, you know, picking up the pace a little bit. Maybe going a little quicker through this road than you should be. And you know, that's not to take away from anyone who can do that, who can ride through this road at the speed limit and enjoy it. You know, good for them. Makes things a lot easier, that's for sure. If you want to just get on your bike and go for a little cruise like that, you can really enjoy it. I guess that's part of why I'm owning so many bikes at the moment too, is because trying to get that back. And on this one and on bikes like this, it just doesn't work. Like a speed limit cruise to take in the sights just sucks on this bike. It's amazing for, you know, everything else, but that kind of thing, it's no good. So to have other bikes that are more suited to that, I guess that's part of it. Who would have thought that just cruising would be better on your cruiser? Wow, what an epiphany. I still don't want a cruiser though. Just cruising on my far more capable Bandit is much funner. And that's saying something when your Bandit is far more capable. It's not great new pavement, but it's newer pavement. Look at that. Must have had a little bit left over when they were done working down by the river here. always talk about coming through here before this road was paved and thinking, man, this would be fun if they pave it. Well, that ride was actually Owen and I going down to Martin Head on the dirt bikes leaving from Sussex. And it just so happened that that was 10 years ago, like as of a couple of weeks ago. The funny part about that is that ever since then we've talked about going back to Martin Head. You know, not even just the two of us, actually getting a couple of people together to take a ride down there. And we've talked about it and talked about it, and finally the other day the memory came up on Facebook that it was been 10 years since we've done it, and we still haven't organized it, we still haven't pulled it off. It's like, man, we suck at this. We're getting there. Won't be much longer. We're only, oh, I don't know, about an hour late. Not bad. I love this road, and in the fall it's 10 times better. The fall even smells good. The ATV trails around Sussex are supposed to be like amazing, the best in the area. I'd imagine getting up in those hills right now with all the leaves changing, pretty nice. Aha, look at this brew. I wonder if that's the group Owen said he's seen leaving Sussex, but that was a while ago. Man, look at that. Hills just lit right up. Just gonna run back over there. Gonna run back over there and take a picture of the hills. Pick a spot where we're a little bit less likely to get run over. Fuck, that's nice. And you see everybody up there? Yeah. They're up there looking at us. There's an ATV trail that comes out up there. I get the ATV trails around here are just amazing, I guess. I'll just make sure I'm not going to get hit here. Get one with the cows in the back too. All right. Yeah, that is nice. Now we'll carry on into town here before everyone takes off without us, if they haven't already. Wasn't there something with him before? Yeah.
But when he left, I could see him. He's going like this. So
the look.
It probably bothered him that he never got around me. I made sure they didn't. I didn't know it was him or anything. I just knew it was him.
Yeah. That's it. Time to go. Oh yeah. Good thing you reminded me.
What size is that?
1,000.
So they bought a cowie.
Fill up and get the heck out of here. Well, we're doing pretty good for time. Might actually make it in a comfortable amount. You always wish you could have done it a little bit quicker, been there a little bit earlier, but this is the end of the year, man. Every time you get out and run into your buddies, could be the last time you do it for, you know, another 6+ months. Anyway, this could very well be the end of 2024 for the ZX-10. The only real things I can see in its future are an oil change and maybe some stabilized fresh gas and a long nap. We'll sign off with a nice view of Albert County here. We'll go click buttons and type words and stuff. Look at that.